We have developed new features in plate logic, and now I'll display quickly what we did. So we load a couple of plates, and we built a new plate with the well ID. We go here, we have the plate. Now we get one population for testing. This is our population that we want to test. We are using the marker with a simple marker, and then we copy gate, paste all, so we get all the same. The folder, and we make one nice group. The folder, we copy and paste our gating strategy, and we paste the gating strategy in the next folder with the group. So in this way we have two folders with two groups, with one group, and the group is exactly the same. So now what we do, we go to our plate, and this is the new area that we develop. We have the group settings, which means when it's ticked is if you have multiple groups, let's say multiple data set, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, is making sure that the setting that you're doing for one group is reflected in all the groups. And we set that you can change in multiple places. So if we go here, we have this one as well. So we go back to the beginning, and what we do now, we make 4 groups: day 1, day 2, day 3, and day 4. So we go here, I select data set, new data set. So we build a new data set, and with the new data set we have 4 groups. Now all the 4 groups are set with the same, but when we start to change, so M1, median, and B525, this is group 1, this is group 2, we can see that is different, group 3 is different. So if we want to get all the group set exactly the same, is enough if we tick the box and everything gets set constantly in the same way for all of them. So we set M1, we set median, and then we set B25. So now we change from B25 to YG, and everything gets reset as a YG. Now, after you did this, a very useful tool is to do the comparison, and you can see here all the group. You can visualize what is your setting for the group. The group now are set all the same, so it's very easy to visualize all the data for each group. So we close this. These are all the group. If you want to visualize one by one, you can remove the group. So now this is group 4. This is, we add group 3. You can see that group 3 has outlier. If you double click, it's taking your outlier to the screen. So in this way you can see the difference. You can normalize the data between the two and see if the data has different. And what you can do when you are happy with the settings in one plate, we can copy the settings for the second plate. Copy, paste, and all the settings go through and all the plate get updated. Thank you very much. We have developed new features in overlay, and now we show how the new overlay is working. So we go and we create a new overlay, and this is an overlay created with the 5 files, the 5 singlets that we select. This is one. Yeah. We have a new tab, and you can see this new tab is very similar to what we have here. And in this new tab we can display the data in a different way, but not just this. So for example, if we click full display, you can see all the 5 selected data set displayed similar to what we have here. And if we want to analyze independent, we can analyze independent. But if we want having just one data set, we can now merge the overlay, merge all the files inside the overlay, and you see only one data set. This is the result of these 5 all together. So if we go back here, not just this, what we can do here, we can compress the data in a different way. It's very flexible, the compression. And what we can change even the display. So for example, if we want the data display as a contour, we display the contour. We improve heavily the quality of our contour. If you can see, quality now is excellent. Not just this, we can have a pseudo. Our pseudo now is really beautiful. And what you can do here, you can even display all in one, even your histogram. So we have the 4 histogram now. You want to see the histogram how they are, we just redisplay the histogram, and the histogram come and merge. So to work through all of these, you don't need really merge or unmerge. You can compress your data, we can decompress the data, and you can see that it's totally independent from what happened here. So one of the things that is very useful in case you have merge the data, you can see the size of the dot. When the data is merged, the size of the dot are changeable. So if you have just a few dots, sometimes you have problem to visualize the dots, and now you can change. You can change in this one as well. You can see how the dots work, and here you have all the full functionality that you have. You can do practically the merging, and in any case your merge file will be always linked to the original files. Thank you. We have developed new features in cluster logic. When you go in cluster logic, here we have already clustered our population, our CD4 and CD8. And if we go to global, now we see that we have another tab. We have horizontal. We have our horizontal display. So make sure that this data is selected. Make sure that the filter is removed. If you want display it all, if you want to use the filter, you can use the filter and filter your data. In this case, I will show you how to do the job without filtering. So we select what we want to see. We want to see the splitter. and here we get all the splitters. We edit the data, all the data, and then we tick our data. When we do the rotation, our data is displayed, and if we display just one phenotype, the phenotype is marked with the color of the data set that we selected. If you use two, on the screen we will see the color that we have for different phenotype, otherwise we will not be able to understand which one which. So we have now developed a horizontal display, which is very nice, very useful, showing a different way. The circle display is very good, but the horizontal display is giving you the ability to see the data in a different way. And obviously whatever is coming here is coming just via the selecting of the phenotype. So you can select your phenotype. This is your filter for your phenotyping search. And here we have all the display, and this is totally new. Another important improvement that we did, we develop the settings for FlowLogic, for FlameLogic, and you can see you can select the parameter that you want to display without having too many. When you have too many, then you're not able to understand, but with this type of display you are able to identify how the population, you design how the population are displayed in the tree. So each parameter is following certain path, and then you can decide to get, for example in this case, all CD45 positive versus all the rest of the parameter, positive and negative, and CD45 negative versus the rest of the parameter positive. Thank you.